So Megas here has been the one to pick up the utility, the flashbangs, the HE. Well, Someday Young, he'll sit there with the smoke and the molly. It looks like they are just going to sit outside B. You know, there is some aggression into short already. I'm wondering if they will try to get the flash over and go for it. Looks like they will. Glaive moves on in, and they're completely blind. Great start here from Glaive. Already picking up, looking to make it 3. High balance will be able to do some damage back. But there's S-Tag to join him, Dupree and Glaive. And if the series ends up like that, we might have a very early night.
Pretty much nothing out of this, so their money is not looking too good. Astralis once again with this short aggression, and the Thieves have heard it. They're going to be looking for it, but blinded and against the SMG, sure, there's nothing at all they can do here, and they are indeed getting mopped up. Glaive's there to help through Monster with that M4 at range as well.
And now these members are going to actually start to quickly charge towards B. Not sure if Glaive will actually be ready for this, but he's 7-0 currently. And look at that flash, completely turning everyone around. And immediately the confidence already starts to disband that nade. Kobe as it heads on in. Magic, Someday Young, eye disbalance. They're going to be limping out of there, unfortunately. They do look to retake control of short, but they're licking their wounds firmly as... It's a bit of an unfortunate situation. Dupree might just miss the timing. But he has spotted him in the end, has all the info. It's just too easy for Astralis at the moment, Tim, and I can't even call anything early.
It is indeed. Again, the nades. I'd love to see the utility damage just after even these couple of rounds. They've done so much. It's eye disbalance left alone in a 1v5. Despite Dupree and S-Tag being very low on HP, there's still 5 players up. He's on his own. 17 HP, AK-47 in hand, but there's Device to shut things down with the AWP. Hurt my head as a kid. Anyway,
no opening pick.
Once again, Astralis being very aggro here. Look how much info they have towards Party once again. And Glaive is all the way up here waiting for them. Neo checks it, but he's not fast enough. And Glaive manages to, with no support. There was a flash thrown over there, but I'm not sure it really helped him out. That was just Glaive hitting his shots. S-Tag is here playing the very back line, looking for feet. And I don't think he spotted any of them jump across here. But again, look at Dupree. Astralis have been fighting this flank every single round. They have all the info every time. They know there's only so many places that Spirit can be, and they have them completely locked in. S-Tag doesn't need any help, takes all 3 by himself, but keep an eye on that.
It's going to make it a little bit of a challenge into the latter parts of the round. 11 points of HP. Device. Let's spot out the head. Narrowly missing the shot, though, and S-Tag will find Someday Young early on. In the end, Device goes down to the hands of Chopper. So a little bit messy here, but... Glaive also going down to Magic's. Okay, S-Tag finds his second in the round, but for the first time, we see Spirit at the man advantage, 3-2.
And eye disbalance is here, and the bomb is in... What is this round?
Yeah, look
where eye disbalance is. He's all the way in bank. Meanwhile, bomb's down in T-spawn. S-Tag's found Mir, just not the way he wanted to do it. There's Dupree on the backstab. They haven't actually got control of that bomb yet. I don't think he would know it's there either. Wouldn't have gone far enough. Chopper's here waiting for this. And Dupree, I think he has a sense of it, looking through the smoke, but going to be found out.
Because it hasn't really gone too far, you know? We're still very, very early on, not only in the map, but the series. And Magic's looking for that opening pick. The aggressive up short, but the opposing Magisk, he actually will find an eye disbalance. Good for the trade. And there we go. 2 picked up. Now a 3-on-3 for Spirit. Yeah, look, they've already let Device at least rotate up, so he is close towards long, but no utility. They're just going to start to march on out of Monster, and Dupree is there on the other side of the barrel. Someday Young will at least be able to find one, and a little bit of a whiff there from Dupree. Someday Young ends up finding 2, so 2 for eye disbalance, 2 for Someday Young. Just waiting patiently, dropping out of heaven, though. Device now starting to push on up. Still this 1v2. No kit in hand, actually. Just noticing that now. Eye disbalance, though. He'll swing, he'll punish, and a nice 3K there. Wonder where he's going to take that, maybe inside connector or down towards short, potentially. Likely over towards short, or even Monster, but look at this movement.
Rush.
Okay. Murder start off.
Well, the pistol's going to be looking to do some work here, and the Deagle's doing enough body shot damage. Right, no, that's not a body shot. Good shot, Glaive. And a 3 versus 2 already. The Deagle's doing work. Magic's is tagged. Chopper's here with full HP and a rifle to support his buddy, but 2 players coming through on the flank as well. Glaive just has to wait, try and bait them out. Wait the time. Here's Device, hits the headshot, and only 1 more player to find. Won't quite get it done, but does hit the tag. Just 5 HP remaining for Magic's, and there is still 1 more flank coming in the form of Dupree that he doesn't know about. There's no way he checks this. Easiest kill of Dupree's life. There it is. Takes a second to line up the headshot. The pistols convert it for Astralis. And now Glaive on the bomb site. First point of contact, looking to frag out.
Glaive, will he be able to lock anything down? A great little bit of use of utility to defend. Doesn't have to leave the side. Magisk is going to be the one to open up first, though. Chopper, but I just hunts straight through the smoke, taking out the leader of Glaive. And now this makes it a winnable round, but still, S-Tag up towards short, just on the opposing side of the sandbags. Device is going to find Someday Young over towards the B side as well. Device up in heaven. And now I just balance, looking to creep around. They're not overextending. 25 seconds left. They know exactly where Dupree is, but Magisk is going to be able to find it. S-Tag with one more, and it's all in the mirror. 20 seconds remain. A 1 versus 4. It's going to have to pull out something out of the hat for sure. Does go for it a little bit. S-Tag, but they're going to double up towards short. S-Tag's happy to find his second in the round. Very far ahead of the curve.
Now, it's worth noting, we've seen Astralis play this map a lot. They haven't played it at all in the last 3 months. So if they were saving it, it's interesting that they're pulling it out now against Spirit, but it sure is working. They are so prepared on this map. Look how little respect they're giving Spirit. They are shutting them down at every single position. That was very close, S-Tag. Dancing through the smokes now. Go, teams. Spirit looking for something, but they just can't get it done. S-Tag with 7 HP. It'll be looking for his ATIC, and someone stop him. Does eventually shut him down, but Dupree's right there to clean it up. 10 and 4.
But Device, look at this. Has an AWP. But moving in with the Deagle. Now all the information. He's hearing the footsteps. They know exactly where they're going. Now he can just sit under the ladder and hopefully Mer will peek into him.
Annoying.
Yeah, he can be. And he might even find a shot here. Not quite. So Mer at least can capitalize. 5 versus 3.
But again, no fear at all from Astralis here. And Magiska's going to catch off this final player. Easy as you like, very low HP. There's the second and the bomb. 40 seconds remaining, but all of a sudden it's all over for Team Spirit. Locked in on every side. Bomb in a terrible position. And Mer can't hit the last one. Very close, but it's 11-4 for Astralis at the half. Dominance on overpass. They've all jumped across this line. He might spot S-Tag, but he's not going to spot the rest. They're all right here. And there is no one else quite this aggressive with him. There is one behind him, but I'm not sure they're going to commit to this push together. Spots the one, and now it's going to be Astralis surely flooding in here.
Oh, a little bit rough there, Glaive. Finding the first, but that's an excellent flash. Oh, my word. Someday Young able to at least pick up one. Chopper will also find Glaive. But there's Device to at least pick off one. Mer's good for another, but now Dupree. You know how good he is with these pistols. He spotted out the head of Someday Young, but does get the better of him. S-Tag having a fantastic blitzer of the game right now.
There's the flank.
It will be Idis balance, and that's exactly the breath of fresh air that Team Spirit needed to get their way back into this. Making up some ground to collect. Idis balance, though, up on the top of the site. And one thing, oh my word. You're never gonna deny it. Great shot there from Magisk in the end. Now moving up towards the site, Someday Young has to try and find something here. Obviously, the AWP has been recovered for Device. Not exactly something you want to be seeing if you are a Team Spirit player. They're going to hold it for a little while longer because look at how far this bomb is away.
Look at Magisk through this smoke. Oh, somehow Someday Young recovers that. I don't know how. 2 versus 3 now, but there's Device with that stolen AWP, and Someday Young 1 versus 3. This was just Eagles and the 1 AK to start the round, but there's now an AWP, and almost all of Team Spirit has been removed. It's on to Someday Young in the clutch with the bomb down. And Device is going to be there, not having any of it. Hits the same shot twice in a row.
They hit their shots so consistently that that's what sort of builds up some of these highlights just off the back of that. But now moving away up short, Magic's at least able to find one. And of course, this is a very large gamble into this round. Team Spirit, they've completely invested into everything to get that AWP up for Idis balance, and he's taken full control of long here. Has all the information under the sun, but unfortunately with that, he's left his teammate all alone. Chopper by himself over towards B. S-Tag will take some damage, but in the end, they are able to find the frag, and that should be them marching straight onto that B site immediately.
Nobody talk about it. He might, however, be able to steal away this AWP. So much investment has gone into this.
Oh, Device!
And will just hit the shot after Device misses his opportunity. But there's no way they can really go anywhere with this AWP. You can't flank a team with that. Maybe if it was a Hero M4, they could have done it. Not with the AWP. They're just going to try and save it here. And Dupree is going to be lining up the util for the dunk. They want to try and get their own AWP back. They want to try and rip this one out of Idis balance's hands. And Glaive runs in with the knife out. Not going to be able to find it, though. And they will hold on to that AWP. Still 50 seconds to play. Astralis have some time here. It's worth noting Spirits did to Astralis exactly what they were getting. Send the flank through, know that they're towards B, and then rotate to accommodate it. 4 players here now. Astralis going to be going for the entry. Great flash. The spray there. Magix gives himself away, but still finds the shot. There's Device, though, on the trade. 35 seconds to play, and the bomb site still with CTs all over it. Device popping off.
What? Incredible stuff from Device. Someday Young, it's actually disbalanced in the end to try and find it, but Dupree and Device will be able to find something. Look at this positioning though from Chopper. 20 seconds remain. The smoke though, they're gonna start to walk through it. Surely he pushes this right. He ends up waiting for it. The bomb will be planted by Device. So it looks like Chopper's actually playing for the long game. Look at this. Chopper.
Oh my God, this is gutsy.
Waiting patiently.
Let him buy. They're on top of each other.
What just happened?
Device walked into the same corner and was like, wait a minute, I can't back against the sandbag.
Hang on a second. Just like the same as we saw NaVi on Train. You know, they were able to just pretty much walk all over G2, taking that CT aggression, locking down all the angles relevant. Disbalance, looking about that frag on a Glaive, but we flashed off the line. Glaive's still toying with it as well. We'll get the nade up, Chopper.
Oh, there's the bomb.
Looking to reposition now. Dupree not going to be able to find it, but Device waiting on the other side. There's Mer. At least to find one, but Glaive is here. And unfortunately, Mer only has the Famous, but he will be able to find it. Now it's all on S-Tag. But unfortunately, for Disbalance, it's a 1v1. He's got an AWP. Timing. It's all a factor now in this 1v1. S-Tag looking to take control of Monster. Gonna just wait patiently. 21-10. The man has had an absolutely stellar match so far. And Disbalance, what's he gonna start clearing? It's just the time ticking down, right? Lacking confidence here. He's fired a warning shot. There is no kit. And unfortunately, I think S-Tag has already won this without really having to do a whole lot. Disbalance will look to clean, but surely S-Tag will find the shot. No, in the end, will be Disbalance to find it, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day because that is a victory for Astralis.
16-7, they take away Heroic's map pick. Heroic? Goodness me. Spirit's map pick. That I got that from. Either way, that's overpass done in favor of Astralis.
Might move into heaven shortly, but Chopper, he's happy to sort of drop, maybe does slightly miss that nade outside of the ramp position. S-Tag still live on for the time being, but Disbalance can open up nicely onto Glaive. Device will get the trade, but as you mentioned, they're trying to wrap that top side, and in the end, Someday Young does get the trade, moves into lobby, still with the CZ in hand. It's a 3-on-3. A lot of ground to make up here, but Device, good as always, will be able to find Someday Young, and also picking up Mir. So this is an interesting round to come out so far. Device looking huge. The Magix now needs to try and find something. Device just on the other side of the door. And that will be a beautiful 4K to open up for the big fella. Magix will already be over towards Mega. A couple heading towards the double doors now. About to move into control room. Information spotted. Magix, great shot there. S-Tag, though, has found it. The Magix gets one back. In the end, it is Device to move up into that control room, finding the additional frag, Molotov into the vents, and Someday Young, that's going to keep him out for a little while longer, but Mir's already here. And this has actually been a very good round so far for Team Spirit, doing the damage, but Glaive, he's up close and personal. I don't think Mir's going to be ready for him, nope. Someday Young, all on his lonesome in a 1v2, and I certainly think this is going to be Astralis closing it out, but Spirit have done some good damage at least.
He needs to be able to steal a gun here. It is not going to work at any of the ranges he can fight. He's actually upgraded towards the AK. Spotted Glaive at ramp, and he's going to be able to get that Molotov in the Megaton. There's the chance for the frags. What's out the boss? He knows where the other player is.
Oh, he knows where he is. Oh, he knows where he is. Look at this.
It's not planted for Glaive at all. He could be sticking this. He's tapped it. He's forced him out. Now he's going to be able to jump on it.
Very, very well done in the end there. Someday Young, the 1v2. If anyone will peek outside Annex, it looks like Device is certainly toying with the idea. Glaive will be able to at least find one for the equalizer now. He has been taken down very low, 34 points of HP. Dupree will be able to open up onto Disbalance. A very nice shot there. Obviously, full investment here, and now Dupree charging down onto this lower bomb site. Mer has dropped Magjisk in the process, and he will then tuck away into the secret box. The dark corner, 30 seconds remain. And the bomb still looking like it's going to head towards B, but this might be the old classic head up, down, head up through the vents, take the A side with the Someday Young. He gets cleared. Glaive, just so good.
And that's going to open up the A bomb side for them. Everyone else in Team Spirit was gambling on lower. There was one player on the upper bomb side, and they cleared him very efficiently indeed. They do have CTs encroaching on all sides, but when I say on all sides, there's only two of them. 2 versus 3 for Magix and Mir to try and clear. And here's Glaive on the backstab, not ready for it at all. Up he goes. Device stole the kill, but doesn't matter. They get it done. Astralis clean it up.
25 seconds left as they do creep towards B, but it actually is going to be Glaive just maybe trying to sell a little bit of a fake down towards the lower side.
15 seconds.
Looks like they are going to move in from lobby now. Exactly. Dupree will find his Disbalance, but I think this could be Someday Young to actually deny some form of control. They still should be able to get this bomb plan. It's going to be tight. They do have 2 seconds remaining, so they'll get the job done, but now it's a 3-on-3. Full retake needs to come through, but there's Device to find Mia. S-Tac will drop Magix in the process as well. Now it's all on the chopper, and he's just going to save.
Someday Young gets one more kill, or even just a little bit more damage. That molly doesn't quite spread far enough to deny SDY, though.
No, he's done it again. Same thing, right? Oh, okay, Chopper. Completely blind, finds 2 towards the door. Now Magisk might be able to try and find something with Noah's Chopper again. And this is the round that we needed to see from Spirit. And I mean, look, Astralis of Device is going to be able to save this, but you've got the bomb down on the site. You've got the positional advantage. Just sit down and be still, and that's okay. They did in the end. They didn't overextend.
Confined Team Spirit to inside of the map here. Eztag has 2 players on him here at ramp, but he's going to destroy the first one and doesn't check the other player close, has knife out. So Magix will get that one for free. 30 seconds, and they do look like they want to collapse on upper here, where Someday Young is here. Got the backup of Chopper as well inside a hut. And once again, Astralis running this clock down. They got to get moving pretty quick, and that Flash Heaven will be heard.
Yeah, Spirit needs to get moving, try and lock Astralis out of the site because the Molotov is there. And where to go? 11 seconds left on the clock, and inside Annex will be the bomb. Look at Someday Young's positioning. If he can deny Dupree, maybe, just maybe, there it is. On the white side, he will be able to find it, and there it is. Someday Young on the site, denying it all. And just after the time, I don't exactly know why Magix was their peak, but against the Giants of Astralis, it's always going to be a challenge.
Good nades early on to try and shut Magisk out, and there's the pick onto Eztag as well. Mia, nice work through the smoke. Never mind, though. Balance going to beat him to it. And Astralis this time have been hard counted on outers. They've had players out here trying to sneak through these smokes before. Magisk's done it previously, but this time they've been punished for it. 2 players down. Glaive coming through squeaky door. Mia is ready for this. Did he spot? Yep, he did indeed spot Magisk going into that corner. 2 versus 5 already. Minute 15 to play. Make it a 1v5 as Balance finds a wallbang somewhere. Now it's all on to Glaive.
Okay. Found plenty, of course, on overpass and just continues to pick up that control. There's the first. Chop up will go down. We know there's more, but Magic's going to go down to his brother of Magisk. Now Balance fires a pop shot into about 5 players almost. It was 4 in the end. To get back into a round like that where Astralis have just taken so much control so early, and to not really have the confidence to take the gamble, take the risk. Mur dropping Device outside, but it, again, is going to be a 8th round for Astralis. And they continue to dominate despite a few rounds back in for Spirit. It still doesn't feel as close as the as a score would depict.
We shall see. Astralis going to come out of it with 2 guns.
The double doors, look at this position from Chopper, though. Should be able to find the right amount of timing. Balance, though, he has looked away to the wrong location. Chopper, though, is at least able to find one. S-Tag finds the trade. Now Balance in a bit of a tricky spot, but we'll be able to find the shot. A great one indeed onto Magisk. Now, the bomb is dropped inside that control room. 30 seconds remain. And I am liking this lurk position, of course. Coming out from, I believe it's Device outside. Yes, it is. S-Tag needs to collect that bomb in just a second. With 20 seconds remaining, he's probably making the calls. They come up the vents if you can, my friend.
Oh, my goodness.
Because there is 3 hungry members, and exactly right. Oh, the timing Mia. I don't think Device spotted him, but in the end, he will. S-Tag gets taken low. A little bit of a scare, a spook, if you rather. But in the end, Someday Young, Magix, rather, and Balance in a 3v2. They need to try and find this. S-Tag's going for the risky peek, is inside that Annex position. Balance slowly walking on in, but he will hit the quick scope. Great shot there as Device now in a 1v3. The nade onto the top of the head, but there's one. Oh, he made it scary. But in the end, it will be Team Spirit to solidify themselves a 6th round here.
Thank you, Astralis. It's already hard enough to talk. Appreciate it.
Oh, man, just thinking about those GG bet odds as well. $1. That is how certain they are that Astralis will pick up the dub here, boss man. But with the bomb being planted, at least it does give Team Spirit a little bit of a chance to find their way back into this map, let alone the series. But Dupree swinging wide, finding the opening here. Will be Magisk able to find one more. Mur will go down, so will Chopper at the hand of Glaive. Now Balance inside the lobby, not even able to find it. Had all the time to control it, but it's all of Someday Young now in a 1v4 here. Device very, very low, swinging around. He's actually going to go for the other side, over towards the door. Glaive swinging on in, though. He doesn't miss those, as it is a nice little defuse. certainly giving it a red hot crack though, you know? Like they are playing very, very well, and it's usually just sort of Astralis taking that one extra step forward. The amount of rounds that Spirit have actually been able to find and collect, yeah, sure, overpassing the end was a 16-7 scoreline, but the way they actually managed to sort of maneuver around that city side was quite solid. So we are seeing an opening pick here for Chopper. That is the trade after losing Magic's boy, thank you Astralis, a short time ago, and now trying to be a Stewie 2K representative.
They're not going to hold onto these weapons for too long, but more importantly, they've put a stop to the economy of Astralis pretty much straight away. They've even upgraded to an org out of it.
This is one of the ones where it's much harder to clear, looking on the top, but whether or not they're going to line up, there we go, S-Tag. He actually does pick up one, and in the end, it's
Good
3
trades.
quick kills as a response. Look at this. Itis balance with 2. Chopper, Sumda Young getting the job done. It's all in a Dupree here, but look at the position of Spirit. They're low. 4 HP for Sumda Young, 7 for Itis balance. All of them 3 combined. Actually, less than what Dupree has in full. But it's not going to matter when he actually looks to the opposing side. And I like to see that, you know, coming in, taking the AWP up over device is a very big statement. But now, speaking of statements, a quick one onto this A side. Chopper does find one, but there's Dupree. Dropping 2 immediately afterwards, and now it's all in the Magics and Itis balance.
And S-Tag moves up into heaven. Does spot out the one, doesn't matter because Glaive's already found that frag with the flash from Dupree, still getting involved in the action, leaves it all in Itis balance now, 1 versus 4. Only Magisk has gone down on the side of Astralis, and with that bomb in a pretty terrible position, there is not a lot that Itis balance can do. Surely he might be able to find himself a frag. And here Glaive jumping around, looks for the shot, but does get just out of the way, and device.
Necessary requirement, the AWP, the big green. The Glaive, all this control of outside, and immediately frags found Magisk and Dupree. 4 will be found, Mer, all on his lonesome in a 1v5, and
will weaken that Astralis economy, and that's what he so desperately wants. The round win, I think, is a lost cause at this point, but maybe they line up.
Oh,
he does find
they
the
line
one.
up.
S-Tag trusting device. The first shot is there, and he will be landing it. The Molotovs go in, and they're going to be looking for the refrag here, but device is going to challenge it.
No.
Huge kill.
Oh, the confidence though, right? You love to see it. Device going for that little pop shot, and he will be rewarded. Mer at least able to find a trade back onto Dupree. Now making a little bit of a move. I think there is actually some vision there. Yes, there is. The Molotov should actually send him off. And now he has to go for a very, very aggressive pick. Look at this, already behind a decon. It's actually Device too. The aggression. Someday Young's got nothing that he can do. Glaive to close out the round.
Team Spirit certainly said they weren't considering this to be any different than any other match. They were ready to go. Astralis, though, seems also to be ready as they are on fire so far. Only 2 rounds required, and it is all pistols once again for Team Spirit, going fast out as Glaive is going to hear all of this. Device has somehow found an all pick somewhere, and Glaive's jumping up on top. There's Device again through the smoke. Glaive looking for the next one down. Not sure if he can see the bomb or not, but certainly knows where it's playing from. Now they know the bomb's there, and here comes Dupree.
You love to see
all
it.
on Sumda Young, and he's gone as well. That's going to be match and series point coming up for Astralis. Repositioning to go towards outers, and Glaive is here being annoying. He can hear all of these footsteps, and he's going to call they're trying to sneak past him. All this gunfire, will he go for this? He could find the timing. They're going to jump into him. It does find the frag. Going for the peak. There's the bomb down. The trade comes through. 2 versus 2. Device and S-Tag up against Itis Balance and Mer for the match, and Itis Balance going to be found, but wins the duel.
The bomb.
It falls to Device with bomb control.
Could swap over to one of those rifles, but unfortunately it does make the sound cue, giving potential alert to the position of Device. But look at this, Device surely aware of it. How's he done this? Oh no. The timing was right, but in the end, Mer does get the shot.
It's Dupree sneaking in through the hut. Sumda Young right on the other side of this wall, but not that he knows it just yet. Bomb flanking around through heaven. 20 seconds left. Team Spirit need to move really fast here, but Sumda Young is going to hit the critical frag. Magisk, though, cleans up one. S-Tag is here on the refrag as well. Does some damage. Can't quite find it. Bomb
as well.
Going to be going down. The nade is good. Does a whole bunch of damage, and here comes S-Tag to clean it up.
Huge.
Easy as you like. 2 versus 2 for the map and for the series. Solo HP on these players, though. It's almost S-Tag to clean it up. Solo. Sumda Young will go down to S-Tag. Massive round from S-Tag, 3K to clean it up, and that'll be Astralis 16-10, taking the series against Spirit 2-0 We'll be right back to break that down for you just on the other side of this break.